16th of October is not just another day on the calendar. It carries a subtle power, a quiet energy that moves through you even if you don't notice at first. On the 16th of October, the world around you may seem ordinary, yet something within is shifting. You may wake up with a heaviness in your chest or maybe a restless curiosity that you cannot explain. This is the sign that 16th October is preparing to touch parts of you that have been closed off for far too long. Healing does not always arrive with grand gestures. Sometimes it comes in whispers, in moments that seem small but change everything inside. On the 16th of October, you will begin to sense that the weight you have carried for years, the invisible burdens, are starting to release themselves. 16th October will challenge you to face the parts of yourself you have hidden, the feelings you have pushed aside, the memories you have refused to revisit. But do not fear this confrontation. This is not a punishment. It is an opportunity. Every hesitation, every tear, every uncomfortable thought that rises to the surface on this day is part of the process. The day has a way of presenting clarity when you least expect it. You may notice that thoughts which once overwhelmed you suddenly become manageable. That old pain, the one you thought would last forever, begins to lose its grip. On the 60th October, healing is subtle but unstoppable, and it often appears in ways that surprise you. You may find that a conversation, a glance, a simple gesture from someone, or even a quiet moment alone sparks a realization that begins to mend your inner wounds. It is on the 16th of October that you will recognize the truth about your own resilience. You may have believed for a long time that you were too broken, too tired, too lost to recover fully. But the day does not care about your doubts. It only asks for your willingness to open your heart. As you move through the hours, notice how your perspective changes. Situations that once seemed impossible may begin to feel lighter. Your mind, which has been clouded with worry and fear, slowly clears. The healing that comes on the 16th October is not about instant solutions. It is about planting seeds of understanding, awareness, and self-compassion. On this day, 16th October, pay attention to your inner voice. It speaks more clearly now, guiding you toward choices that serve your growth rather than your comfort. You may feel drawn to let go of habits, relationships, or thoughts that no longer serve your true self. Each release is not a loss. It is a reclaiming of your energy, your time, and your peace. The world may not notice what is happening inside of you, but the changes are real. The healing of 16th of October works quietly beneath the surface, transforming the way you see yourself and the life you live. 16th October reminds you that healing is not always visible, and that is where its power lies. It works in ways that the mind cannot always predict, in ways that logic cannot fully understand. You may wake with a sense of relief, or you may notice a shift in how you react to challenges. Emotional patterns that have repeated themselves for years may begin to break. You may find forgiveness for someone you could not forgive before, or even forgiveness for yourself. 16th October will show you that the act of healing is not dramatic in the way the world defines it. It is subtle, internal, and deeply transformative. On the 16th of October, there is also an invitation to trust yourself, trust the process of growth, trust the way life works, and trust that the moments of discomfort are actually the moments of greatest change. Healing is not linear, and the day will remind you of that. You may feel moments of doubt, of resistance, of old pain surfacing, but each time you confront it, you are stronger. By the evening, you may feel a sense of lightness, as if a door has opened in a part of your heart you thought would remain closed forever. 16th October is a day to witness yourself evolving. You are allowed to feel deeply, to let tears come, to breathe fully. Each small act of awareness, each choice to let go, each moment you pause and reflect compounds into profound inner healing. This day is not a miracle in the way the world expects miracles. It is a quiet, intimate transformation that leaves you more whole than before. On the 16th October, the universe is aligned with your growth. It asks nothing but your openness, your honesty with yourself, and your courage to embrace whatever arises. the beauty of 16th October is that it teaches you to notice the unexpected ways in which healing can happen. A thought, a smile, a memory revisited, a small act of self-love. These are the instruments of change. You are learning through this day that healing is not something distant or conditional. It is always present, ready to move through you the moment you allow it. 16th of October is a reminder that the deepest wounds can begin to mend when you stop resisting, when you allow yourself to receive, and when you trust in your own capacity to grow. By the end of 16th October, you may realize that you have experienced something quietly profound. The heaviness you carried may have lifted just slightly or significantly, and your heart may feel a little lighter. You may feel a shift in your perspective on life, on pain, on joy, on yourself. This day is not about instant transformation. It is about awakening to the ways in which healing is already present in your life. 16th of October is a day that shows you that growth, resilience, and renewal are not distant ideals. They are always within reach, waiting for your awareness, waiting for your acceptance, waiting for you to embrace them fully. Healing on the 16th October is not about seeking it outside of yourself. It is about seeing the truth inside you, about recognizing your capacity to overcome, to forgive, to grow, and to transform. The day offers a quiet but undeniable promise that no matter how heavy the past has been, no matter how complicated the present feels, there is always a pathway to renewal. 16th of October teaches you that sometimes the most profound changes come not from effort or struggle, but from allowing life to work in subtle, invisible ways inside your heart and mind. This day reminds you to open, to notice, to receive, and to trust that your healing is already underway. The energy of 16th October is gentle yet powerful. It reminds you that healing is not about perfection, it is about presence. It is about noticing, acknowledging, and embracing yourself with all that you are. The day holds space for your growth, your tears, your laughter, your reflection, and your awakening. 16th October is a day to witness the unexpected ways in which life can restore you, to trust in the unseen forces guiding you, and to step forward lighter, stronger, and more aligned with your true self than ever before. 16th of October is a day that asks you to face what you have been avoiding, the weight you have carried silently for years. It is a day that will ask you to look at the pain you have held onto, the memories that replay in your mind, the grudges that have silently shaped your choices. On the 16th October, the world will not push you gently. It will place you in moments that demand attention. The wounds you have ignored, the feelings you have denied, they will rise to the surface, not to punish you, but to offer a release. This day is not ordinary. It carries the energy of purification. 16th of October is a mirror showing you where you have been holding yourself back, where old pain has become a part of your identity, where forgiveness has been postponed. On the 16th of October, the act of releasing is not complicated, but it is profound. You may notice relationships that no longer serve you, thoughts that no longer help you grow, and habits that keep you chained to the past. It is easy to resist, to convince yourself that holding on is safer, but 16th October will quietly reveal that safety is an illusion and that true freedom comes from letting go. You are invited to breathe, to feel, to acknowledge the pain without judgment, and to slowly, deliberately release it. Every thought of resentment, every fear of the unknown, every fragment of old hurt that surfaces on the 16th of October is a chance to reclaim your energy, to unburden your spirit, to step closer to the person you are meant to become. 16th October asks you to forgive, not for anyone else, but for yourself. The release of past pain begins with acceptance. You may have blamed yourself for choices you could not control, for outcomes you could not foresee, for relationships that ended in heartbreak. On the 16th October, there is an invitation to see those experiences as lessons, not punishments. The day will show you that forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. When you forgive yourself, you reclaim your power. When you forgive those who have hurt you, you clear space in your heart for growth, for joy, for clarity. 16th of October is a gentle teacher, reminding you that holding on to pain only keeps you small, only keeps you from moving forward. On this day, 16th October, and your mind will attempt to resist. Memories may come uninvited. Emotions may rise. Doubts may surface. This is normal. Healing is never convenient, and release is never easy. But 16th October provides a rare clarity, a window in which the heart can finally breathe. You may find yourself remembering moments you thought were long buried. Instead of closing your eyes or turning away, this day asks you to observe, to acknowledge, and to let go. Each acknowledgement is a step toward freedom. Each conscious release is a reclaiming of your life, a reclaiming of your time, your energy, your peace. The beauty of 16th October is that it teaches you to trust the process of release. You may not feel lighter immediately, and that is okay. The day works quietly inside you, unraveling the threads of old pain, weaving new patterns of understanding and self-compassion. You may notice small shifts, a lighter thought, a calmer response, a moment of clarity. These are the signs that 16th of October is working through you, that the past is losing its power, that healing is unfolding exactly as it should, and you are learning without effort that holding on to pain does not protect you, it traps you. 16th of October is a reminder that the power to let go has always been within you. The day simply illuminates it. 16th of October also asks you to be honest with yourself, to recognize where you have allowed old wounds to dictate your choices, to see how grudges have influenced your actions, to acknowledge the patterns that no longer serve you. There is no shame in this recognition, only opportunity. By observing without judgment, you open the door to transformation. The act of release on the 16th of October is not about erasing the past, it is about changing your relationship with it. You are learning to see pain as a teacher, loss as a guide, and forgiveness as the ultimate liberation. On this day, 16th October, it is also important to notice the subtle ways the world supports your release. A conversation, a book, a quiet moment in nature, a song. These are the catalysts that the day presents to help you let go. The universe conspires in small ways to remind you that release is possible. And when you choose to embrace it, even partially, the energy of 16th of October amplifies the shift. You may feel a sense of lightness, a sudden clarity, a quiet joy that you cannot fully explain. These are the signs that healing through release is real, tangible, and available to you right now. 16th of October reminds you that releasing past pain is an act of courage. It is dramatic in its impact because it frees the parts of you that have been imprisoned by memories, regrets, and hurt. The day does not require perfection. It only requires presence, awareness, and willingness. You do not need to have all the answers or understand every emotion that surfaces. 16th October teaches that the act of letting go, of forgiving, of releasing is itself transformative. Every small step you take toward release is a declaration that you are ready to live fully, to experience joy, to grow beyond the shadows of the past. By the end of 16th October, you may notice a shift inside. The heaviness you carried for years may have lessened. Your heart may feel lighter. Your thoughts may feel clearer. You may recognize that the relationships, patterns, and memories you have been holding on to no longer define you. 16th October is a day of quiet liberation and a day where the power of release becomes visible in your peace, your clarity, your capacity to move forward. It teaches that the path to self-growth is paved with conscious letting go and that every act of release brings you closer to your truest self. 16th October is not just a date, it is a gateway to self-discovery, to clarity, to freedom, to peace. It asks you to face the past, to forgive, to release, and to step forward unburdened. The day carries the energy to heal, to transform, and to awaken you to the possibilities of your own life. By embracing the act of letting go on 16th of October, you begin to live fully, to trust deeply, and to grow beyond what you once thought possible. Every breath you take, every thought you release, every feeling you allow to flow is a testament to the quiet, dramatic power of this day. On the 16th October, release is not just a choice, It is your birthright, your path to wholeness, your step toward becoming the best version of yourself. 16th of October is a day that calls you to pause, to truly observe yourself in ways you may have avoided. It is not a day for distractions or busy routines. It is a day for reflection, for clarity, for self-awareness. On the 16th of October, you may notice that your thoughts feel louder, your emotions sharper, your inner voice clearer. This is not by accident. The day carries energy that encourages you to step back from the noise of life and pay attention to who you are beneath the surface. It asks you to question your assumptions, to notice patterns, and to become aware of the ways you have been living unconsciously. On the 16th of October, self-reflection is not optional, it is necessary for the growth that is waiting for you. As 16th October unfolds, you may find yourself confronting questions that you have been avoiding. Why do certain situations trigger anger or fear? Why do you repeat behaviors that no longer serve you? Why do you allow thoughts of doubt to dominate your mind? The day does not provide answers immediately, but it offers the space to look honestly. Reflection on the 16th of October is not about judgment, it is about understanding. It is about observing your mind and heart without condemnation, seeing your choices and emotions as information, not failure. This awareness is the foundation of transformation. When you notice how you think, feel, and act, you gain the power to change the parts of yourself that have been unconsciously controlling your life. 16th October will also bring clarity in your relationships. You may notice patterns with friends, family, or colleagues that repeat over time. Perhaps there are connections that drain your energy or conversations that trigger old wounds. On this day, observation is key. You are asked to notice without reacting, to understand without blaming. The clarity that 16th October brings allows you to see the dynamics you have tolerated, the expectations you have carried, and the roles you have played. Through this awareness, you can make conscious choices about who you engage with, how you respond, and what energy you allow into your life. This is not about controlling others, it is about reclaiming yourself. On the 16th of October, self-reflection also extends to your inner world. You may realize that thoughts of fear, doubt, or limitation have shaped decisions for years. The day asks you to notice these patterns and understand their origin. Perhaps they came from childhood, from experiences that once protected you but now hold you back. On the 16th of October, awareness is power. When you see these patterns clearly, you can choose differently. You can interrupt old cycles, respond with intention, and step into actions aligned with your true self. This is the essence of self-growth. Awareness alone is not enough, but without it, change is impossible. 16th October offers the rare opportunity to see yourself without the filters you usually apply, to see clearly what needs attention, and to make conscious choices that move you toward your potential. The energy of 16th October also encourages honesty with yourself. You may be tempted to rationalize behaviors, to excuse emotions, or to avoid uncomfortable truths. But the day does not allow for avoidance. It brings subtle yet undeniable situations, thoughts, and feelings to the surface. You may feel discomfort, tension, or restlessness. This is the signal that reflection is happening. You are being asked to look directly at your fears, your desires, your limitations, and your strengths. On the 16th October, avoidance becomes costly and awareness becomes the key to freedom. By observing yourself clearly, you begin to recognize your potential for growth and the areas where change is needed. 16 October also teaches that self-reflection is not passive, it is active. It asks you to notice your emotional responses, to examine your thoughts, to question your assumptions. You may journal, meditate, walk in silence, or simply pause and breathe. The day shows that every moment of awareness is a step towards self-mastery. By observing without judgment, you train yourself to respond rather than react, to act consciously rather than automatically. This practice strengthens your capacity to navigate life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. As the day progresses, 16th of October encourages you to integrate your insights into action. Awareness alone is not the goal, it is the beginning of transformation. The realizations you have about your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors provide guidance for how you can live more intentionally. Perhaps you notice that certain habits are no longer serving you or that certain relationships require boundaries. On the 16th October, you are empowered to act with clarity. The day shows that self-reflection is not passive observation, but active cultivation of your inner life. Every choice you make with awareness reinforces growth and strengthens your alignment with your true self. 16th October is dramatic in its impact because it forces honesty and encourages clarity. It asks you to confront the parts of yourself that you may have ignored, to see patterns that you may have overlooked, and to take responsibility for your own life. This is not easy, but it is necessary. The day's energy pushes you to move beyond complacency, to notice where you have settled, and to take deliberate steps toward growth. On the 16th of October, clarity is not a luxury, it is a necessity for self-transformation. By the evening of 16th October, you may notice subtle shifts in how you see yourself and your life. Decisions that once felt difficult may become clear. Emotions that once overwhelmed you may feel lighter. Awareness of patterns allows you to step out of old cycles and into conscious choice. The day teaches that self-reflection is a form of empowerment, that clarity is a tool for freedom, and that growth is possible when you face yourself honestly. 16th October provides the opportunity to observe, understand, and act, to turn awareness into transformation, and to step closer to the person you are meant to become. 16th October reminds you that the path to self-growth begins with observation. The day carries the energy to illuminate what has been hidden, to show what has been unconscious, and to guide you toward conscious living. By noticing yourself, your thoughts, your patterns, and your responses, you gain the clarity to choose differently, to act intentionally, and to grow beyond old limitations. On the 16th of October, awareness is the catalyst for transformation, and every moment you dedicate to observing yourself brings you closer to the life you truly desire. This day is a reminder that self-reflection is not passive. It is the foundation of every choice, every change, and every step toward becoming your highest self. 16th of October is a day that carries the quiet but undeniable energy of renewal. It asks you to reconnect with yourself in ways you may have forgotten. The day is not about rushing or forcing change. It is about allowing the flow of life to guide you to what truly matters. On the 16th October, there is a gentle insistence that you look inward, that you feel deeply, and that you awaken to the parts of yourself that have been neglected. It is a day that reminds you that true transformation begins within, and that spiritual and emotional renewal are not separate from the life you live. They are the foundation of everything. On the 16th October, you may notice that your heart is more sensitive, your awareness sharper. Small moments may carry weight, conversations may feel deeper, and memories may bring unexpected insights. This is the day inviting you to tune into yourself, to feel without distraction, and to acknowledge what is stirring inside. Emotional renewal begins when you allow yourself to fully experience your feelings, not run from them, not numb them, not dismiss them. On the 16th of October, the day provides the clarity to see that emotions are guides, not enemies, and that each feeling is a step toward understanding and growth. 16th October encourages you to look at your life through the lens of alignment. Are your actions reflecting your values? Are your choices supporting your growth? Are your relationships nourishing your spirit or draining it? The day has a way of revealing these truths with subtle precision. You may notice where you have been living mechanically, following routines that no longer serve you, or holding on to roles that weigh heavily on your heart. The energy of 16th October asks you to step back, to observe, and to realign. It is a call to live consciously, to act with awareness, and to nurture the parts of yourself that have been overlooked. On the 16th of October, the renewal you experience is both spiritual and emotional. Spiritual renewal is not about rituals or beliefs. It is about reconnecting with your own essence, your inner wisdom, your sense of purpose. Emotional renewal is about clearing the space for feelings that bring life, joy, and clarity, and releasing the ones that keep you stuck in past pain or fear. The day provides opportunities to see where you have been closed off, where you have resisted vulnerability, and where you have denied yourself the full experience of life. By embracing these moments, 16th of October becomes a catalyst for profound transformation. 16th of October also teaches patience and presence. Renewal is not instant, and the day does not promise dramatic, immediate results. Instead, it works subtly within your heart, mind, and spirit, guiding you toward a sense of wholeness. You may notice small shifts, a lighter mood, a moment of clarity, a sense of peace that seems to arrive unexpectedly. These are signs that the process of renewal is underway. The day asks you to trust that each moment, each insight, each act of awareness is part of a larger unfolding. On the 16th of October, patience is not passive. It is active participation in your own growth. The energy of 16th October also invites you to embrace change. Emotional and spiritual renewal often requires letting go of what no longer serves you. You may be asked to release old expectations, outdated beliefs, or even relationships that have held you in patterns of limitation. The day provides the clarity to see these areas with honesty and compassion. Change is not always easy, but 16th of October shows that it is necessary for renewal. By embracing the shifts that the day presents, you allow your energy to flow more freely, your heart to open, and your spirit to expand. 16th October is a day of alignment, reminding you that your inner world shapes your outer reality. The thoughts you cultivate, the emotions you nurture, and the awareness you bring into each moment directly influence the quality of your life. The day teaches that true renewal comes not from external circumstances, but from the conscious cultivation of your inner life. As you move through 16th October, notice where you are holding tension, where old stories repeat, and where fear blocks your clarity. By bringing awareness and intention to these areas, you begin to shift not only your experience, but the very essence of how you engage with life. On the 16th of October, spiritual and emotional renewal is deeply connected to self-compassion. The day asks you to see yourself clearly without harsh judgment and to honor your journey. You may recognize mistakes, regrets, or choices that caused pain, but the day shows that acknowledging this is not failure. It is a step toward growth. Renewal requires that you treat yourself with kindness, that you allow yourself to heal at your own pace, and that you embrace your imperfections as part of the process. 16th of October teaches that the path to wholeness is paved with awareness, honesty, and self-love. As the day progresses, 16th of October encourages action rooted in awareness. Spiritual and emotional renewal is not passive. It calls for engagement with life in a conscious way. You may feel drawn to make decisions that honor your growth, to speak truths that support your clarity, or to create boundaries that protect your energy. The day provides the insight to act with intention rather than reaction, to move toward experiences that nurture your spirit, and to let go of what diminishes your vitality. Each conscious choice you make on the 16th of October amplifies the energy of renewal and strengthens your alignment with your higher self. By the end of 16th of October, you may notice a sense of calm, clarity, and possibility that was not present before. Emotional and spiritual renewal may feel subtle, almost most invisible, yet it is profound. You may feel a lighter heart, a clearer mind, and a stronger connection to your own purpose. The day teaches that renewal is not about escaping reality, but about embracing it with awareness, honesty, and intention. 16th October is a reminder that growth, clarity, and peace are always available when you choose to notice, accept, and engage with yourself fully. 16th of October carries a dramatic but gentle power. It asks you to awaken to your inner life, to release what no longer serves you, to realign with your values, and to embrace the renewal that is always possible. The day teaches that emotional and spiritual growth is not a distant goal but a living practice, present in every thought, every choice, every moment of awareness. On the 16th of October, the opportunity to transform, to reconnect, and to renew is yours. The day reminds you that your inner world is the foundation of everything, and that by tending to it with intention, clarity, and compassion, you step into the life you are truly meant to live. 16th October is a day that carries the energy of change, a force that moves quietly but with undeniable power. It asks you to open yourself to what is coming, to embrace opportunities and challenges that may feel unexpected. The day is not about comfort, it is about growth. On the 16th October, you may notice that situations arise that push you beyond familiar patterns, that demand clarity, courage, and presence. The shifts you encounter today are designed to awaken you, to stretch you, and to guide you toward a higher understanding of yourself. This is a day that teaches the value of openness, the importance of trust, and the necessity of embracing the unknown. On the 16th October, you will feel the call to let go of control. You may have spent years trying to shape your life according to rigid expectations, clinging to certainty and resisting change. But the day reminds you that true growth comes when you release that need to control outcomes. Unexpected opportunities, surprising encounters, and new insights may present themselves. On the 16th of October, it is not about predicting what will happen. It is about responding with awareness and intention. By embracing the unexpected, you allow life to guide you toward experiences that expand your perspective and deepen your understanding. 16 October also asks you to face fear. Growth requires courage, and the day presents moments that challenge you to step beyond comfort zones. You may feel uncertainty, hesitation, or doubt, but these are signs that the day is working through you. The experiences of 16th October are designed to reveal your inner strength, to show you that you are capable of more than you realized. Each moment of courage, no matter how small, is a step toward transformation. The day teaches that fear is not an obstacle. It is a signal that you are moving toward growth. On the 16th October, the lessons of openness extend to relationships and connections. You may encounter people who shift your perspective, who challenge your assumptions, or who inspire new ways of thinking. The day encourages you to engage without judgment, to listen deeply, and to allow interactions to teach you. Sometimes the most profound growth comes through the unexpected influence of others. 16th October is a reminder that the world outside reflects the potential inside you, and that by embracing new connections, you invite growth into your own life. 16th of October also highlights the importance of presence. Change cannot be embraced while you are distracted, lost in past regrets, or anxious about the future. The day asks you to bring attention to the here and now, to notice the moments as they unfold. By being fully present, you gain clarity about the choices before you. You begin to see patterns, opportunities, and possibilities that were invisible before. The energy of 16th October works through your awareness, and each moment you spend truly present amplifies your capacity to grow. The day teaches that embracing change is not passive, it is active engagement. You are asked to notice what no longer serves you, to release what holds you back, and to step deliberately into experiences that expand your life. 16th October may bring challenges that seem inconvenient or disruptive, but these moments are catalysts for transformation. By choosing to face them consciously, you move beyond limitation, break old patterns, and open the door to new possibilities. The day reminds you that growth is not comfortable, but it is necessary, and that every act of openness strengthens your ability to navigate life with clarity and purpose. On the 16th of October, you may also notice subtle shifts in your mindset. Thoughts that once felt limiting may begin to lose their grip. You may find yourself considering possibilities that you had dismissed before. The day encourages curiosity, imagination, and flexibility. It asks you to release rigidity and embrace fluidity. By doing so, you create space for new experiences, new understanding, and new growth. 16th October is not a day of predictability. It is a day of awakening to the dynamic nature of life and your own capacity to adapt and evolve. The power of 16th October lies in its ability to remind you that growth is always available. It shows that transformation is not dependent on perfect conditions, external validation, or complete certainty. The day works quietly but dramatically, presenting circumstances that reveal your strengths, illuminate your weaknesses, and invite you to step fully into yourself. By embracing the energy of 16th of October, you align with the natural flow of life, allowing it to guide you toward the lessons and experiences that support your highest potential. 16th of October also emphasizes the importance of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the unfolding of life. You may feel uncertainty or doubt, but the day teaches that these are not obstacles. They are part of the growth process. Trust allows you to move forward even when the path is unclear, to act with confidence even in the face of the unknown, and to embrace the unexpected as a teacher rather than a threat. By trusting on the 16th October, you cultivate resilience, clarity, and the courage to step into new experiences fully. As the day progresses, 16th of October provides moments of reflection, insight, and revelation. You may notice that situations that once felt challenging now carry opportunity. You may see how past experiences have prepared you for the present. The day encourages you to integrate lessons learned, to align your actions with your values, and to step forward intentionally. Each conscious choice you make today strengthens your growth, deepens your understanding, and expands your potential. 16th October is a reminder that transformation is ongoing, that openness to change is the key to self-mastery, and that the unexpected is often the doorway to your greatest growth. By the end of 16th October, you may feel a sense of expansion, clarity, and readiness. The day has guided you to see that change is not to be feared but embraced, that the unknown is not to be resisted but welcomed, and that growth is always possible when you step fully into awareness. 16th October is a day of awakening, a day of opportunity, a day that reminds you that your capacity for transformation is limitless. By opening yourself to the energy of this day, you embrace life with courage, presence, and intention, allowing the unexpected to teach you, guide you, and then elevate you to new levels of understanding and self-growth.